Leo, I'm going to do a reading for you today just to kind of check in and see what's going on. Looks like you're coming together doing something. You might have a project going on that you're trying to focus on or that you're developing at the moment for an offer that either is going to be made to you or to somebody else that you'll be making to somebody else. Hello, Ophelia. That is definitely the coming together. So this is the Three of Cups with the Page of Cups and then the Three of Pentacles. So, um, I don't know why this 3 points kind of focus point is coming into view several times throughout this reading. It's something that you've been reflecting on. It's like a money making opportunity or an opportunity to put energy, time, effort into something that really matters to you. And it seems like that's something that you're going to be able to achieve without having to give up anything or there's not really any kind of exchange of anything. It's just you using your natural skills and abilities to manifest exactly what you want. So that's actually wonderful energy to be in. I'm going to use the Oracle deck, but I am going to give a little shuffle. Okay, I think you have the right judgment about something right now. Whatever judgment was made about whatever situation, I think that's correct. That just came to mind really quickly. Okay, so this is deceit, deprivation, and gifts in reverse without and suffering. Okay, so this is really a message. This all came out at once. I'm not keeping it because I want 3 specific cards and then top of the read. However, I will give you the message because I don't like turning down the downloads that are attempting to be heard. So this deceit, there's going to be deprivation for those people who have been deceitful. There will be a deprivation of something in your life, and I don't know what it is. But whatever that is, Leo, it looks like you've been firmly grounded. You've been crossing your eyes, crossing your eyes, crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's what I'm saying is that I think you're catching small little snafus here and there. Hello, Ophelia. Okay, sometimes she turns the read all the way off, so not today. This deceit is going to be deprived of an ability or the opportunity to work together. Okay, that is not going to happen. If it is offered, but sometimes this can be looked at as like a fishy kind of offer. There's a fish in the cup, and it's only because it is the Page of Cups. But you can kind of take it as like someone's fishing for information, or if anyone has a negative or a like bad intention towards you in any way, shape, or form, that's going to come to an abrupt halt. This is suffering coming out in the upright with gifts coming out in the reverse, meaning that if they're trying to cause suffering to you, they will lose their gifts just like that. Okay. There's not any kind of in between. That's the message. So let me get the 3 cards that are going to be representative of your energy rather than the energy coming towards you. Here's the Truth card at the bottom of the deck, just wanting to show its face. Okay, so we'll get one for the first card. This is the 3 of Cups in the upright. Can we get some clarifiers, please, about that 3 of Cups? What does this energy want to communicate? Priorities in the upright. So that's what I'm saying is like you have your priorities straight. There's something about you being extremely grounded, extremely prepared for whatever type of offer comes towards you, whether it's good, bad, or the other. I am also getting this energy like from paparazzis. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's this saying out there for paparazzi land, and it's just that any attention is good attention. So whether it be bad or negative intentions coming from other people outside of yourself, you don't need to worry about that. You just need to sit and continue working on your priorities. I do just want to say, you see this box right here? It's like you're building something. I'm just seeing like Legos, like building bricks or boxes, like being stacked on top of one another. it's a vertical climb instead of a horizontal one. Yeah, this exhaustion is coming out with this Page of Cups. Oh, okay. So this is the other option for this specific, when you're starting something, a new venture, a new project, any kind of new idea, if you're learning a new subject matter, there's kind of a learning curve associated with it. I'm sorry, lovey. If you turn off the reading, then I can't do it. All right. So this, my cat. This is also saying that you're gonna put so much effort into something that it might be slightly exhausting. That when you're trying to kick something off the ground, you need to have patience. You need to be flexible. You need to be aware of the level of effort versus the level of payoff that you're going to receive from that. And that can be exhausting to kind of have to constantly be taking inventory. However, that's what it takes to start up your own store or to start up your own, whatever the case may be. It's hard work. And that's moving us straight into this last card, the third. This is the Three of Pentacles. So your priorities may be exhausting right now. There may be a huge workload put on you, directly on you. And that workload has everything to do with the longevity. You're going for the long game instead of going for the immediate gratification. Yeah, here's self-esteem in the reverse, meaning that when your priorities exhaust you, that's when you're most likely to kind of overexert yourself, because Leos are extremely loyal, and almost to at their own detriment at sometimes, or to a fault. And it doesn't mean that their presence is not needed, wanted, or felt. It just means that sometimes they need to take a moment to recharge their batteries, if you know what I mean. It's yeah, here's the physical body coming out in the upright. Yeah, you just might need to take a rest, like literally go to sleep, or literally go to bed. This is literally needing to just prioritize your exhaustion. Recognize where it's coming from, recognize how you can remedy it by going to sleep, by working on something that makes your self-esteem feel uplifted, by taking that time by yourself alone to do a project that is just about you. However you do that, I'm just kind of getting the need for you to make sure you give yourself as much love as you can possibly muster. Okay? I think that's good. I'm gonna get from the Buddha deck two cards the future, like moving forward and onward, upward, right? Okay. So I'm gonna just shuffle this really quickly. Bottom of the deck is conceptual mind. This is number 16. It says, "Is your mind messing you up?" Question mark. That's by Sofan, the author of this specific tarot deck. And it says, "Your mind loves to dream up difficulties out of the materials that life throws at you and project its mental and emotional fantasies externally and draw your attention to them." So that's what I'm saying, is that if other people are demanding too much of you, draw back from them and rest. Do something that benefits only you. I know for myself, I have specific activities that make me feel more at ease mentally. It's an ease of mind that gives me a peace of mind. And rather than having to scramble for all the pieces of the puzzle, they tend to just show themselves or be demonstrated for me personally. And that's, everyone's going to have their own, interpretation of that, or perception of pacing themselves. This is what this is pacing yourself so that you don't have a burnout point. There is no exhaustion. You don't have to get sick of something before you just throw the towel in, or whatever. Like, you don't want to get to that fed up point. You just want to kind of gracefully bow out, or let someone down easy, or you know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure that you take care of yourself, because if you don't prioritize yourself, you really can't help anybody else. So know your limits, know your boundaries, know your capabilities, Okay, number 31 is coming out with number 17 in the reverse. They just flipped out together. So I was asking for 2 cards and I'm going to take these. Number 17 in the reverse is grasping mind. So actually in the reverse, this is not a bad card. You're not grasping at anything. This is you prioritizing your mind, your own mental space. So I am getting that feeling that you need to get mental rest. So your physical body may be exhausted, but it's like you're tired of thinking is what I'm saying. This is going to reaffirm that. It says the grasping mind lives for its own self-importance and is always on the lookout for one more label, one more escape, or one more distraction. So this coming out in the reverse is a really great thing. It means that your focus has been on point, that you have been able to sniff out opportunities to seize, situations that you see as beneficial, whether that be to learn a lesson, whether it be to just have a new experience, or whatever the case may be. Whatever this is in terms of a startup, it is going to be wildly successful if you allow it to be. But you also cannot let yourself become so focused upon one track minded that did not work and will not work for this level of exertion. Okay, this Sangha energy is number 31. This also came out in the upright, and it says good friends, companions, and associates are the whole of the spiritual life. Okay, that's by the Buddha. That's a quote from the Buddha. It says the Sangha is a group of spiritual friends who are willing to hold up the sacred mirror for each other to see clearly what is happening, both beautiful and ugly. Okay, that's coming out on top of exhaustion. So this fish, okay, all of this is coming out together, right? We've got the Page of Cups here with the fish in the cup, exhaustion, but then we've also got Sangha. Good friends, companions, and associates are the whole of the spiritual life. This is telling us that we need to balance between our social life and our personal life. That there needs to be a fun freedom. You need to feel comfortable in your own space, but you also need to feel vigilant in not in a protective way, like the physical body, as in like on guard in your own home. That's the opposite. You need to make a space that works for you and for your family, for your friends, and for your community. That's the entire idea behind representing one another is to really exemplify that. And part of the way that we can do that is by balancing things so that when we're hosting or when we're out in the world or whatever, we've got a better understanding for ourselves about how much we can help ourselves or other people. So, last card from the 3 card spread here is the 3 of Pentacles, as well as Guardian Angel Mike, Archangel Michael in the reverse, because that's with self-esteem. Okay, so if you can't work together, it's like saying this: if I'm gonna be out with friends all the time, and my friends are constantly doing one thing that I don't do or that I do, perhaps like it's either a good influence or a bad influence. Doesn't matter. Let's just pretend it's both. Either or, you choose. Okay. If that's okay for me to be there with my friends and to choose my own path, but I may need some time to just like do the things that I need to do or that I want to do. They can do what they would like to do in this moment, and I can do what I want to do. And we could still coexist, but it just means like maybe in different rooms. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you don't love your friends or your family or the whole big picture. It just means that you need to be able to have the space, the time, and the freedom to recharge your own battery, and you have the right to do that. Last one is Restless Mind, number 8 in the upright. It is noteworthy that this is number 16 and this is number 8 coming out on top of it. I'm just seeing like be careful, like when you're dividing your time between things, because there's 16 and 8 divide into, or 8 divides into 16. Just make sure that you have given yourself a big enough piece of the pie that you can navigate the way that you want to. Your pie is your pie. You get 100% of it. The energy that you have when you open your eyes in the morning is the energy that you will be able to carry through the world with you during that day. And you get to choose how you present that. Sometimes you're not going to want to be seen. Other days you're going to want the spotlight. Other days you're just going to be like, meh. All of us go through that. But this equal give and take has everything to do with your own ability to delegate your timetables. What do you bring to the table? How much is that worth to you? And what is it that you're willing to invest into yourself moving forward? Okay. This is fame and disrepute. Most of the trouble in the world is caused by people wanting to be important. This is T.S. Eliot. Says, have you ever asked yourself why you're obsessed with fame and afraid of your own insignificance? That's what I'm saying. You are significant. If fame happens to come with that, you know it's genuine. If you have to force fame or if you have to force your significance in other people's world, it kind of negates the whole idea of fame and reputation in the first place, right? Why would you want to be someplace that you're not welcome or that you're not loved? This is about building that for ourselves. So you don't have to depend upon someone else to give you that physical space or that physical body of information. You get to be your own vessel, your own boat, your own yacht, your own transportational, transformative being. Your own essence gets to be what you exude. So, I mean, I know it's kind of a disgusting analogy, but I am just seeing Terry Crews doing a little dance on the middle of the floor with his whistle, basking in his own ambiance. It looks so weird, and I feel like that's exactly how this feels. That looks how this feels, is what I'm saying. Fame and disrepute is number 4, and that's going to be the bottom of the read. Is going to be here the equal give and take between your physical body and fame and disrepute. So wherever you physically take your body, whether it's energetically, literally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, or otherwise, as long as you're mindful of the ways that you're coming together with other people, places, and things, you won't have to explain yourself. And you don't have to do anything to be noticed or important. You get to be important to yourself, which is the only person that you got to live with for the rest of your life. So anyway, Leo, hopefully that was somewhat, conducive and productive towards something. See you next time. See you next time. My voice really glitched out on that last little bit, so apologies. Toodles.